today that he wants to win this stage. He's won it twice before and he wants to take the leader's jersey with it.
It is clever stuff from Lotto. They are letting others roll through and just take the nose, but they're in a very comfortable position, almost like the protected team. If these teams were all individual riders, they would be the protected sprinter, and they themselves are fully assembled, as you can see, and ready for action. A little bit of a pinch point, 5.4 to go. It's Giant that are doing the work at the moment. This is all, of course, for Arndt. Nizzolo, I believe, for Trek Factory Racing. Gardini for Astana. Hofland for Lotto Jumbo. Hausler for IM Cycling. Greipel, of course, though, for Lotto Soudal. And Viviani for Sky. Alex Quickstep gone very, very quiet after doing a lot of driving on earlier on. I wonder if Tom Bonan is possibly feeling the effects of the pace. And it's been high today. We're going to have an early finish. 4.9 to go. It is pacey, isn't it?
It is. They're setting a very fast pace at the moment. Giant Alpecin really want to try and take this from the front. I still think it's really early. We see Lotto Soudal start to make their move. We turn right soon. We start heading towards the town of Ardui and the finish, and it's all about getting that into that corner, which is over 1 kilometre to go.
Nice and smooth through there, and Lotto Soudal trusted almost Giant to lead them in. So it's a German team leading a German, Andre Greipel. Lotto Soudal, of course, Belgian registered, and that's why Greipel was here. Didn't look like he quite fancied the task, to be honest, into Boswell on the opening day. I think it was a bit of a shrug of shoulders on at least one of his disengagements from his own team. But he got the taste, and when he tastes blood like any kind of predator, he loves it. And they're on it right now. This is the big run-in. Watch out for the overbanding. The old tram lines have been taken up from this part of the world as well. 4Ks to go now, and it's straight until the business part, which is with about 1.2 to go. Yeah,
they just sat back, the riders in red in the middle for Lotto Soudal. They sat back and let Giant Alpecin do it on the left-hand side, but come 4 kilometres ago, they said, right, now's time. So they shout in the radio, take it on from the front. I also noticed in the far side, also in the red and the black, Quincy Atto looking after Jempe Drucker. So it's a race now to this corner, slightly uphill now. And it kind of levels out over the top. Last chance if anybody wants to go in the attack, but at this speed very difficult. In the left hand side, Giant Alpecin looking after Nicholas Arndt. On the right hand side you see the team of Andre Greipel and Lotto Soudal.
Fascinating stuff as well. Lamprey with a trio of riders just embedded, as you can see, and I'm just trying to figure out who it might well be their chosen one today. I think Ferrari it is, but Richesi's also looking handy. He's also involved, as is Modolo. Still think Ferrari may well be their man. The pace, though, absolutely punishing, and it's being set by Lotto Soudal in the red and Giant Alpecin. Everyone else is on coattails for the time being, and it may well be that some have to go solo in there. Tom Bonan's sort of doing his usual meerkat stuff, dead centre, having a good old look. You'll see his bearded visage if you look hard, but 2.9 Ks to go now, and Orica Greenedge hit the front. That's a crucial move.
Yeah, they're looking after Magnus Cort Nelson. Nice to see Lee Howard up there. He crashed towards the finish yesterday, so he's up in second position helping out. Just noted that the red jersey of Andy Greipel pretty much lost his lead-out training. It was Debusseret came up and helped him out. So you can just see Gardini on the right hand side. He's got one helper right in front of him. Everybody is pushing and shoving. Everybody is trying to get into position for this left-hander now.
It's the race for the corner before we actually engage, and Bonan's being guided in brilliantly here. Now if there's a squeeze here or any kind of incident, don't bet against Bonan just getting away, and he's in a great place right now. Lots of shoulders. They drift over to the right hand side of the road for the big left-hander.
This is perfect timing. They're into the corner first, and that's what they planned. Every team wants to come into this corner first, and look at Ethics. They have 4 riders in front, 3 riders from Lotto Soudal, and they're just waiting to line up for this chicane now.
I think they've lost Greipel yet again. It's lots of looking over shoulders. Here comes that chicane. First of all, you take the right, then you take the left. Tidily done, and now they can get in, engage the drive. And who's there? And it looks like Drucker's actually involved yet again. Fantastic performance. Heads up, we go right now.
You just seen the 4th rider from Ethics Quickstep on the wheel of Tom Bonan just sit up and open up a gap.
Well, time, if you've got anything left to have a look right now, it's going to be a long old drag, this one, and I think Bonan's in a fantastic place.
Well, you can just see that on third place, Nizzolo's right up there. Greg Henderson is trying to keep the pace very, very high. And just see Gripo looking behind. He's got a few bike lengths to make up. He's trying to move up now, but I think he's left it far too late.
I think Greipel's way out of position at the moment, and Nizzolo looks to be very, very handy indeed. They're still mixing it. Tom Bonen's in there as well. Elbows coming in. The Australian champion also getting involved. Henrik Hauser trying to get some drive, and Arnaud Demer picks it up on the left-hand side of the road. He drifts in, almost contact. Doesn't quite make some, but thankfully for Nizzolo, has a look. They still don't want to go for it. Oh, they're still mixing it. Here we go then. It's open, wide open, but where's Greipel? He's suddenly refound himself. He's got clear road, but is it enough? Looks like Demer from Bonen at the moment. Oh, and it looks like it's not going to be Greipel's day after all. Bonen! Well, it had to be. There you go. A wise head in a situation which scared many. Lots of the lead-out trains got themselves into trouble, but Bonen stayed solid and got the result he deserved. What about that?
That was experience. You could see Ethics. We never even mentioned them in the last 20 kilometres. Just kept their powder dry, came up at the right time into that left-hander. Noted that the fourth rider in Bonen's wheel just let the wheel go, but others were wise to it, came round. But by that time, Greipel was, far too far away from the fronts, and they just kept the tempo really, really high. It just noted that the Français de Joux rider, I think it was Demar that came up. He had the perfect launch pad, but Bonen straight onto the wheel, had enough power in the last 50 metres to come through and take that win. A well-deserved win at that. You can just see
themselves well, didn't they?
Greipel, I don't know how he got himself in that position, because his team were trying to battle for that left-hand corner. At the front, it was Nicky Terpstra leading the way. Bonen just sitting there in third place. You can just see Français de Joux come up on their left-hand side looking for Demar. Demar actually comes up very quickly. He just moves now in the right-hand side, comes through the gaps, bang, hits the front. Bonen is now on the front, slips onto his wheel. Well, I say slip onto his wheel. He had a bit of work to do now. Gardini coming in the right-hand side, but Bonen just puts the power down, comes past him. Stage one for Bonen. Demar seconds, disappointed, and also on the right hand side Viviani looks as if he's come up and taken third.
Wow. Well, almost in the shadows. Bonen, like a stalker, just revealed himself at the very last, and what a fantastic performance that was.
Bonen, de gelukkigste papa van de wedstrijd halfrond. Zijn dochtertjes zullen door.
Well, he only needed one shot and he took it clear.
I tell you what, this finish is not easy. It's all about positioning into that last corner, and Etty's got it perfectly. Bonen still had a lot of work to do. You were getting riders coming up from behind. Demar was gaps opened. If you hesitate when that happens, then you can kiss goodbye to the win, but Bonen gets it in the end.
Bonen got hampered by Demar. A couple of little shoulder barges there. He still managed to recover, and that comes down to experience. Groenewegen finishing in 5th place ahead of André Greipel, Luke Zillik, Sasha Modolo, Danny Van Poppel was there, Roy Jans as well. Gardini finishing 4th place just off the day's podium behind Viviani.
How did Greipel get 6th there though? That's the thing. He was in about 25th position.
He just went to road space. He drifted over to the right hand side of the road and just got the drive in. It shows he's got the power, but he just didn't have the discipline today, unfortunately. And it was a wrestle, was it not?
He's a very popular winner for Belgium, Tom Bonen. As you see, the assistant to PR for Lefebvre involved there. But, what a great one for Tom Bonen. And, yeah, they rode it perfectly. But questions really have to be asked of Lotto Soudal. They lost it into that left-hander. Greipel obviously had the power to come back, but it wasn't to be in the end.
Sorry about that. We seem to have had a sound issue, so we were talking to Saturn. Yes, great results by Tom Bonan today, and that bodes well for him, to be honest. He has he's had a mixed season, but he's been used to a lot of success in the past, and Wisdom today clearly was the main character you needed.
Yeah, Wisdom and you know, the will to win. He's been trying over the last few days. I believe we're going to speak to him soon, but in the meantime, another messy sprint here in the Eneco Tour. We thought Lotto Soudal had the power, but Ethics came up, mugged him into that left-hand corner with just over a 1 kilometre to go, and managed to bring the win for Ethics Quick Step.
Good racing. Of course, that time trial tomorrow. Can't wait. Well, the wind did blow up, but unfortunately, yet again, the wind up as far as the lead-out train of André Greipel was concerned. I think the train was fine, just Greipel got disengaged. So many riders want to be on his wheel, however. It does get rough around him, so I guess you can offer that